you admire today who's in the public eye, like an artist or a politician who really is on?
God, I always draw a blank when I get.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem. Are we doomed or what?
Depends on what doomed is. If you check out and decide you've had enough of this planet and there really is a fundamentalist Christian heaven, you're going to be stuck with endless clouds of Walmarts and golf. I warn you.
Oh my God. All us regular people, how do we view our future? What do we do? You know, what advice for, you know?
Well, number one, part of what's happened is the people who give a shit have forgotten to show up and vote. And people are saying, you know, the Weekly was like, the Guardian died because times have changed and there aren't, progressive is just so old, people don't do that anymore. Well, wrong. It's just that, you know, maybe some have been driven out, but I find it hard to believe that so many have been driven out that another generation of Matt Gonzalez's and Chris Daly's and Tom Amianos can't get voted back in, because for crying out loud, otherwise we're not that far away from getting Mayor Scott Wiener, in which case I may really have to leave. And
most of the supervisors are running unopposed, so again, what's the problem there? It's not the voters, it's the system, who knows?
People aren't, you know, look at us, none of us are getting ready to run for supervisor either. So in a way, what we're saying is in some ways hypocritical, but then, you know, there's got to be other people out there who are sick of this stuff.
Have you considered it?
If I did that, I'd have to give up all my art and everything else, and I'm not real confident I'd be competent. But there are plenty of people who have been competent. I mean, Tom Amiano, even when he came from, you know, that guy was just a comedian. Well, he was also on the school board. He learned the law and whatnot. It can be done. He didn't want to be in a punk rock band. He didn't want to do this. He wanted to do that. And there's got to be other people like that and who shouldn't just be bullied under the rug. I mean, we have a long history, unfortunately, of, you know, bullies or the scum floating to the top of the toilet bowl.
I think the bottom line is the nature of democracy is that human beings just can't run anymore. It's just hopeless. We might as well just party, you know? I mean, what else can we do?
Yeah, but that's the dot-com people's attitude, though. No,
I don't know.
Didn't Nero and Rome do the same thing?
Well, what can we do? Nobody wants to run. Nobody wants to deal with this crap.
But at some level, we all get certain joy in some way in our own lives of fucking shit up. And we can't ever lose that.
That's the punk.
I mean, when I ran for mayor in this town, you know, I was, what, 21 years old. I hadn't even lived here that long. I just, you know, oh, this would be a good prank. I'll run for mayor. And then I couldn't back out of it once I told people I was, because suddenly all these people were into it. Because it occurred to me in the back of our drummer Bruce's Volkswagen I was folded into on the way to the show. And so I need a platform. Okay, here we go. The only thing I could find was a napkin and a felt pen. Ooh, this is a good one. Make the police run for election every 4 years, voted on by the districts they patrol, which means they'd have to live there too, and couldn't just fuck off to Novato before they came back and shot another black kid out in Hunters Point or whatever. Legalize panhandling in Pacific Heights and other rich neighborhoods with a 50% commission going to the city because of all the budget cuts from Proposition 13. That was another one. I mean, just fine swine. Anyway, she's gonna clean up Market Street, so I thought, okay, I know what part of Market Street needs cleaning up. It's the other end, where Bank of America and Bechtel and Chevron and all of those people, you know, cause far more damage to the world than any homeless person in the Tenderloin could ever hope to. So, you know, make businessmen in that part of town wear clown suits between the hours of 9 and 5. And that was the part that the Comical and the Examiner and others went to town with. So that's a lot of the platform that the only part people ever heard of was that one. But I thought there were very constructive, common sense ideas. I mean, who would you rather have calling the shots? Rand Paul or Ron Conway or Ed Lee or me?
I would think you.
You just need a little bit of finesse, that's all.
Finesse, huh?
Most of the politicians are talking to the average person. They're not talking to people like us.
No,
right?
they're
Who are they talking to?
They're advertising to the average person.
Yes, that's right.
And talking to the Ron Conways and Larry Ellisons. That's what they do.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. The future are our youth. What do we tell young people who are going to help shape our future?
Well, don't give up, for one thing. Don't forget who you are and where you came from, for another.
Right.
Yeah, the fundamentals. Yeah.
And, you know, it doesn't have to be the Summer of Love is a startup. You know, be a little more conscious of what makes you happy. And if it's a lot more trying to go as far as you can without being a jerk about it, you're going to have a lot less psychiatric bills down the line, and your kids might even like you.
That's a good one.
Jello, we've had so much fun talking to you here.
We could go.
You know, keep the good fight going on. So everybody, let's hear it for Jello Biafra.
Woo! All right, Jello, thank you for sharing.